day to you. Welcome to For the People, the podcast show, our podcast show. For each and every one of us, this is a podcast show that covers our communities, our environment, ourselves, our health, whatever it is that we do, that is affecting us as individuals. To be your host this afternoon, my name is Fred Bwezani Mwachande, and as always, I've got my wonderful team with me. I've got Ganizani on my left right here, and I've got Lyris on my right. We'd like to welcome you to this particular show, and to just get this all started and get us all in the mood, please don't forget to like and follow our Facebook pages, our YouTube page, and our Twitter page. Don't forget, we're also live on YouTube, so for your likes and your comments, please don't feel shy to get in touch with us. And if there's anything you'd like us to discuss or talk about, we're here for you. Today is a wonderful day. I've got the gentleman ready here and happy to be here with us. Yeah. And the heat from last weekend's podcast was a bit high. A lot of people talking about a lot of things, especially like our mental health discussion. I got a lot of feedback, a lot of people saying we should have done more.
Yeah, the Unilas one pissed off people too. What did it piss off you? Like the Unilas people I know supporting me. So it was...
also, they were in a rage regarding...
Some lecturers apparently saw it and were trash talking it, so... At least they watched it.
Yeah, at least they got to see what other people are thinking about it, eh? Hey, but hey, welcome to the show, my man. Hey, Gani, welcome. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, today is yet another beautiful day, and yes, we're diving right into it. Today, I would like to ask you guys at home, you guys, the men out there, I don't know if there's women out there also who will be able to answer this. Please help us out here.
No, this one's for the men.
But this one's mostly for the men. But then my biggest discussion, or our biggest discussion today with the guys, is male circumcision and what drives men to get themselves circumcised. I'm going to start with my brother Ganizani and find out really what his opinion is on the matter. Like, okay, so we can start. Just like let's have this general conversation. Yep. It's been said that male circumcision reduces your ability to catch STIs by a certain percentage. Which exactly,
it's always a certain percentage.
Exactly, and it's like there's no particular figures out there, and I'm hoping that people responsible for health matters, health talk, people who are out there who are actually touching these topics on a daily routine, please get in touch with us and let us know. But then they're saying it reduces your ability to get infected.
Have they actually proven that?
Now that's another thing. Like, have they proven that? And also, I would like to find out from you, gentlemen. Unajuvisa.
I still want to. That's a. Unajuvisa.
Juvisa the long time ago.
Bro?
What about you?
I think I was a baby because I don't remember it.
I also don't.
I just found boom.
What about you, Mr.
Nah, man, I couldn't do that, my brother. Get up to go and just buy a chilonda for free.
Wait.
The two works. I don't know, man. Hey, guy. It's, the cost of transport going there is buying as well, you know what I mean? But then, like, think about it, like, the two works perfectly as it is. Why should I go and have it altered?
But we just said it.
Chinja oil.
Oil, go chilonda. But then, yeah, you see, like, different people have different reasons for going to really get circumcised. And for me, it's a question of, what's my main purpose of this circumcision? What am I going to do it for?
Okay, maybe we should ask you why haven't you do it?
Yeah. Not why
away from the fear of chilonda, whatnot. There's a real reason why you didn't do it.
I think, okay, just to be a frank person and to be an honest person, first reason, I don't like sores. So chilonda is not really
scared of going to.
Yeah, I'm like one of those guys who just but then honestly, I personally think I haven't found a convincing reason enough for me to really have to go and get myself cut, because some of the reasons that are being given out there to say why it's necessary for someone to go and get circumcised is that reduced chances of infection. Like duh. And then, like, really also there's the aspect of yeah, there's also the aspect of cervical cancer reduction, and also various diseases. You minimize on various diseases. But then, like, really,
to be honest, I don't think it's any of those things. I think you're just scared to go. if there was nothing to do with sores or bleeding, you would have gone a long time ago.
Well, that is practically another issue. Like,
You guys are-
the reason why most men I know, most men I've spoken to, have said they've gone for circumcision, it's none of these health issues. It's because they're no longer in bed. Like, that's what I've been hearing. Like,
you guys are holding back because I've heard this over and over. There was this period 2012, 2011. Dudes was actually going to get circumcised because the girlfriend told him to. I want to enjoy you in bed properly. You know.
but like,
Why'd you look surprised?
is it proven? Like, is it proven? I would like to know, like,
No, you're the one with
like,
the
ons that went and got themselves cut up and whatnot. Did it improve your endurance?
The only way we know is if you go for circumcision.
And I wouldn't do that. That's the
The
problem.
only chance we have to find out. See, me and him got circumcised when we were babies, so we don't know the difference.
I tell you the truth. If society is depending on me, society is doomed.
It is. Oh wait.
If society is waiting for me to be the one to give that experience, you're doomed. Because I've sat down and I've tried doing a bit of research, and from some of my research, I've realized like what they said to have changed is about a 0.1%. Is it a 1% of society saying
Health reasons, right?
the health reasons? But but yeah, 1%. Like 1 out of every 100 people
1% is up to
has felt like there's change. But then really, like, what if I'm not one of those 100?
I feel like if I wasn't circumcised, it would have been harder to like clean my air, because don't you have to?
for hygiene.
Yeah, it's for hygiene.
But guy, your tool is your tool. You know, like the tool, it's like a cooking stick. You know, when you cook your meal, you cook your pap. It's your responsibility to clean it. Who's going to clean your pot for you?
I know, no.
If it's on you, it's on you. You know, it's like
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I know.
the whole grabbing and pulling.
I know it's
Dude.
my tool. I know it's my tool.
I think you're
but,
putting images.
but then getting circumcised makes it easier. I'm not saying I wouldn't clean it. I'm just saying it makes it easier.
I don't really know about
But I
easier
would-
for me. Like clearly, I'm discussing this with people who apparently wouldn't know. But then, like, really, guys,
Sorry, I guess.
it's like your nails. Whose responsibility is it to clean under your nails? Whose responsibility is it to brush your teeth? So are you going to cut your lips so that you can have access to your teeth easy so you can clean them
but
quick?
that's different.
But like,
We don't have a solution to that. But
That example is just.
like honestly, it's like the inside of your ears. If you need to be healthy, you're going to clean the inside of your ears. You don't need someone to come and tell you to say cut your earlobes to get
no, but
access.
you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying that yes, it's there, but cutting off the foreskin will make it easier.
But does
We
it?
still need to clean it, but it's just going to make it easier to clean.
I don't know. You gotta live with what you chose.
Wow.
You made the bed. You live with it. But then at the end of the day, it's a difference in opinion. But then I think the biggest issue that I have been hearing, I have been not following, is the fact that people think they last longer in bed after they have themselves circumcised.
Okay.
It's arguable.
Yeah.
It's variable, but then also, if there are health benefits to it, why not do it?
Yeah. So why not do it?
So you're telling me
It's
if,
just a decision I made. I just said I'm going to do it when I get the right push, and right now it's never too late.
Because I've always pictured you like cutting a dog's tail. You can't cut it when it grows.
Till docking.
Could die.
No, but like I've come from a point where sometimes I look at it and I think it's a cultural thing. Different cultures are trying to impart it on different people, and then also there's an aspect of different societies having different opinions over it. There's certain African countries where apparently women would get circumcised because people thought and felt it will reduce their level of libido. And it would reduce the level of promiscuity in their societies.
but then you say it's a cultural thing, right?
Yeah.
In the Western side, would you also call it a cultural thing?
I think different cultures are blended in the Western societies as well. If you tend to look at like the American setup, they've got the Jews who are settled there,
everybody.
and then you see, Jewish people are expected to have it zipped off from the word go. And also, I think some of you kapena mnachita just because kapena ka zip kanga kofi ante kuchosela tu chabe time. Kuchosela tu zip ngaiba kofi anta. But then also, there's just the aspect of different cultures really pushing for different health reasons in their opinion. I really think we need to get a real. I really think we really need to get a real health practitioner, because apa manja zakatika mbavo yipa. But anyway, as we always say, these are our opinions. This is from our mindset. This is from what we believe and what we discuss among ourselves as the boys when we're hanging out. Like really, that's really been my opinion. I know for a fact, like. I've got a friend who's in one of these foreign countries. I cannot really state because some people can connect the dots. But then he tells me the first time he dated a girl from that country, she looked at his stool and said, "Hey, guy, you haven't had this cut, so sorry, we can't continue."
Yeah, man, like, you won't make sense. See, this is what I'm talking about.
So is it a belief? Is it a choice? Is it...
Facts. Get it from me, it's a fact.
I think it's a choice.
When you're circumcised,
But I didn't have a choice, that's the thing.
she's going to love it. Oh, I was just finishing what I said.
And I think that's the issue. Like, should parents let their children decide whether to get circumcised when they grow up, or should you make the decision on behalf of the child?
You see, the thing is, if they let children have the decision to get circumcised or not when they grow up, they might be like you who's scared to cut it off when they grow up.
But don't you think what happened to you was a human rights violation?
Not really.
But you had the right to choose.
Because he discovered that it was...
he just woke up and said, "Hey, where did it go?"
Okay, like for me personally, I never even knew circumcision existed until that same period when it was a talk like circumcision. So
Maybe I should start by asking, what tribe are you?
Tumbuka.
Okay, it's not so common in the Tumbuka tradition, yeah?
Yeah. Like, yeah, me personally, I would tell you the story, but not in front of the camera.
Why not?
No, on the Tumbuka part.
Oh, okay. No, we don't want other Tumbukas having an uprising here.
Yeah. Yeah, but for me, like, growing up, I didn't know the difference until the whole period of circumcision became like a thing, because I was in boarding school. Everybody was going for circumcision. So I wanted to go until my friend told me, like, "Bro, you already circumcised."
So you're showing each other.
Bro, it's boarding school. That's
Dude.
one empty
Have you ever been to boarding school?
have.
And you guys had private cubicles?
Yeah.
How is it? Us in boarding school, everybody saw your package, bruh.
Everybody.
Not just your two.
If you see...
Guy, when you go to shower, sometimes the guys will just come and just pour cold water on you if you've got a warm water bucket, thinking you're bougie and stuff. What about your big chimanzi bucket chaman sabe yozizira? Nyumonya yakukata no kukata mama menemuja. It was just like tradition. It was normal for us. It was like really...
It gets normal.
I think
It's weird.
Very, very weird. I took the first whole term bathing in a boxer. Took me a while to phase into it. It was hard to clean my item.
so you circumcised the boxer.
That's it. Oh, there I go again.
We know what time it is. So yeah, you circumcised the boxer and then you became comfortable with the general public. Yeah. And you see, this is the thing. I don't know what the real issue is about men being uncomfortable being naked around fellow men. Is it a sexuality thing? Are we scared of people weighing the size of your package? Is it like...
They're going to arrest me for this, but I'm a heavy homophobe. Heavy.
Bro, we respect them. They respect us. We stay in our lane.
Yeah, yes, I'm a heavy homophobe. Let me not even
So you wouldn't be around a gay person?
Well, you really want me to answer that?
No, not right now. No, it's understood, but then being a homophobe and you being naked around men.
Your question, I've realized like it's around a lot. It's in most men, especially us Africans. We are very uncomfortable touching each other, getting too close.
But then why do you
Okay, no, but why would you want to touch your fellow guys too? Like, why would you touch your mates too, bruh?
Yeah. So we don't like that. That's why there's this uncomfortability of guys. We don't even go to the bathroom together most of the time. We go to the bathroom, even by the urinal, you're trying to incline a bit if your friend is inside.
But then someone else comes on the other side. What do you do then? Is that when you go to a urinal, you go straight to that in the corner.
Yes, you have to go to the one.
You have to hide the
You
package.
only have one person on the side. You know? That guy might just see what you're carrying and get your girlfriend.
So
I'm scared you get the
we've got so basically you're saying you've got this fear of people seeing your tool because of judgment. You're afraid of being judged.
Oh, yeah.
How
They
comfortable
say that,
are you with
yeah.
your nakedness around people?
If I don't know you, I'm alright with being naked around you. It's not like we meet each other again.
It's about the doctor's kind of a scenario. Hey, hear no evil, tell no evil. No, I understand. But then it just creates this question. Say, culturally, are we raised to hide our tools? Are we raised not to? It's like take for instance, one day you wake up, you've got a sore on your tool. Probably. You don't know how you got it. Do you know what I mean? You do not know whether it's an STI or you do not know whether you bruised yourself. Maybe you had a hands-on session last night, just to help you get to bed. Manhandled your own situation, and yeah, warming up a player. You know what I mean?
Warming up a player.
You handled your own problem single-handedly, and then.
Called beating your meat.
Yeah, you beat your meat up last night, you wake up and then you find a sore on it or something. Would you have that discussion with your friend?
Discussion,
With
yes.
your friend.
But
Yeah,
discussion
if it's
yes.
just a discussion.
There's no visual
Yeah.
involved.
But then would you let your friend see?
Why would I let him see it?
Because what if he tells you he's had an STI before? How could?
And there's always someone who's going through what you've gone through on the internet. You look at the picture, it's like this.
But you see, the thing with believing the internet, you end up thinking you've got something else.
Have you ever
Let me
tried?
give you the option I have in my head right now. Would you rather show him or go on the
No, I
internet?
wouldn't show him. It's better just describe what I'm feeling to him and how it's looking.
Exactly.
It's strange.
Because, it goes as far as I have a couple of friends who actually are in serious relationships, right? And then whenever there's anything to involve like STI, suspecting something, dealing with their item, he's scared to show his girlfriend.
But then, dude, you're having sex with her, and if you're suspecting you've got an STI, why not tell her? Who's the first person you tell when you're suspecting you have an STI?
Trust me, in our generation now, those are heavy things. Like, you're probably gonna spark a serious argument.
Like if you decide
it goes somewhere else. So how did I give you an STI? You know what I mean? Or how did you give me an STI? Who have you been with? It goes beyond what you're having. It becomes the list of the problems.
Is that why men cannot talk about some of these issues around them with the people who they?
So
but then, okay, so that's between you and your partner. If you cannot approach your partner and say, "I'm feeling like this. Could it be that you gave me this, or could it be that?"
Yeah, most women don't take it lightly, especially if it's STIs.
Because
it's either you've been cheating or she's been cheating.
Yeah, she's going to probably think you think she's been cheating.
Yeah. Or she's going to think you've been cheating.
No, for you to go and ask her, then she's going to think you think she's been cheating.
Yeah.
So how do you get to take your partner to go and have a test? If the time comes, wait first. When is the right time? When is the right time to go and like really? I'm just thinking like, okay. I'm just thinking like, in a relationship, it started out and everything's going on, but now I'm just thinking, in the relationship from the beginning, you probably have certain boundaries and certain rules. What's the first rule in your relationship?
What do you mean? What's the first rule?
Well, if you're dating somebody, you probably have restrictions. You probably, of course, there's the aspect of you're not allowed to see anybody else but me. Then there's the aspect of you're not allowed to be on the phone maybe after a certain time if you're not talking to me or something. There's like I've had funny rules like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've had rules where some people do not allow their girlfriends to be on the phone after 22.
Why not?
Like, who are you talking to?
What if she received an emergency call? Someone is dying.
I know, right?
Like, I know people who would be pissed off, like, if they called their girlfriend at 22 and she's on another call.
Personally, would you be pissed off?
No, I'm not the type to be bothered. I'm the all trusting type of person.
So,
you know what I mean?
What kind of rules do you have in your relationship? She's watching right now.
or does she know that there are rules?
This is your chance to set them up in front of the whole Oh well, I guess.
Let's pass that question.
What is trying to pick?
Okay, because certain rules, like in certain relationships, I'll give you a typical example. When you're starting to date somebody, the first thing that you guys would discuss is sexuality, the condom use. For how long are you going to use the condom? Do you discuss that, or do you just go with the flow?
Probably just happens.
So at which point?
I've never been in a relationship where I had to discuss that.
Okay, so that's something. Have you ever found yourself discussing the use of a condom in your relationships?
No, I haven't had a conversation.
Okay, so now it
But
brings me.
when do you think is the right time, though? Or is there a right time?
Is this a discussion you should have in a relationship? Like,
I think you just know.
okay, wait. First, here's my question: when you're going to see your chick, are you expected to always carry condoms just in case you can condom?
No.
So do you plan it ahead to say there is ankarako so nanyamuriatu ammunition?
Arsenal.
Do you have to plan it ahead to say ninyamura combat for bwera?
Me honestly, it's not even about relationship or whatnot. I'm just the type of dude who always uses a condom, no matter what.
Do you carry one? Do you start looking for one when the time
I
comes?
always move with one. Always, not one, but I always move with them.
So you have some right now?
Not right now, because it's not like I have my purse, my bag with me or whatever, but I always carry one because I'm heavily spiritual, and I count my... It's energy to me, you know what I mean? I don't want to carelessly leave my energies in someone's body.
But then, just that you're wearing a condom, you're still...
I'm just wondering, like, spiritual?
Have you ever heard of the saying, every time you have sex, you leave a part of you with the other person?
So what you're trying to say...
Which part of you do you leave? You come.
Right, that's with spirituality, but let's not go there. So, me, I don't even think I would have to have that conversation with my girlfriend, rather.
So every time you...
But yeah.
So have you ever slipped up and gone without it? Have you ever hit it raw?
Really?
You know, I'm not like right now, not with her, but then like in your life, like...
That's why I'm asking, like...
yeah, like, dude, you said every time, so I'm wondering when every time comes to an end.
That decision came after running up on those. Because they became often at some point, so I got scared.
Okay, so now, at which point in your relationship does the condom come off? When do you take off the rubbers?
Okay, to clear this out, because I feel like this is getting heavy the way you keep asking the questions. First off, I'm not in a relationship.
Ah, great. So you should be free to talk about this at your will. So now, at which point do the condoms go out in a relationship?
So, to be me?
It doesn't have to be committed.
Saying why it would never come out?
Yes, me. Okay, I feel like if I'm the type who's supposed to be like courting someone for marriage, then let's take them off after we get married. Otherwise, if you're not sure, you're just dating, you're in the 21st century, I'm gonna advise the dudes, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. There's no right time, honestly, because like we said, you're supposed to have a discussion about it. Yeah. You and your partner are supposed to discuss it and figure out.
But we've also arrived at the fact that people do not discuss these things.
Yeah, people do not discuss these things because there's this issue of
know,
trust.
I'm wondering how you discuss it. Do you just...
There's this issue of
I'm assuming we've all been in relationships before. Yeah. And I'm assuming that there's certain things that you just... How do you discuss sending each other nudes?
Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. Because
at which point do you say, yeah, Ntumi yako ka nude? The same way you could start that conversation, you could be like, so you're never hitting it raw. You know, skin to skin.
Body to body.
Body to body, you know. Or is it something that just happens unpredictably, boom? Or is it like in the middle of the night, it's going on, then round 3, I see that you're only at 3 with you.
Yeah, then you've used all of them.
Then do you sleep all the way through, or do you just get up and be like,
definitely.
Baby, you know, the thing is that actually, you see, we have run out of speed, but meanwhile, if you were Karimo, touched a bunch. So, like, at which point, like, what's the first trigger? What's the first indication? My guy, when do you think would be the right time to take it off?
I think the right time would be when you're both comfortable about talking about it.
So it's the talking.
Yeah.
And then what if you've already done it before talking about it?
Then it's happened. You can't go back from that.
I'd like to understand you guys' sex lives, man. you guys even have to like, no, we have to plan to do this.
No, he's the one who's talking about that. That's why I said if it happens, it just happens.
Okay, like honestly, me, I've been in situations where you're having fun, you're the guys drinking probably, and then I don't know if I should go to court or to report this, but I've been in situations where I think, I'm not even sure because I was so wasted, I think I was raped while I was really high.
And you see this.
Then you have no choice in such situations. You know?
This is a very sensitive issue. It's actually a very real issue. It happens, and
Yeah. So
it's a question of where, how, when, and it's a topic that we should have actually a full discussion around, because
but I
like,
shouldn't be on it, it gets me emotional. So that's as far as I'll go. But there are such situations.
okay, so like we can get back to that another time, but like right now we're talking about a relationship,
Yeah, even
and
relationship.
at which point,
Hard for me to relate, but I'll try.
When last were you in a relationship?
let's just find out, why were you dumped? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't dump her.
Yeah, you're right.
it was Uncle Blay.
One was dumped. Huh?
It was Uncle Bless who let this to happen, or it was your inavailability, or
You know, this is actually one of the reasons I'm comfortable not being in a relationship. I suck at attention and time. I'm a heavy workaholic. I'm a heavy workaholic, and that never works in relationships. Because, you know, females want attention and all that,
so your attention is expensive.
it's hella expensive. It's in a currency that's not on this planet.
Some crypto stuff.
So yeah, like there's situations where you can't control what happens. It could be your like in a relationship. There's some who get in relationships because they once had sex together, then they ended up liking each other. What if that sex there was no condom usage in it? So it's a bit difficult to decide when. I'll go with him. We just have to discuss it. That's when you decide, like, okay, let's stop, let's continue. But the next
So
question
at 3 a.m. At 3 a.m. when you run out of condoms, are you sitting down to discuss it, or are you just going in?
I already answered that one. You're going to breach the contract there. unless
What about you, Mr. Freddy?
What was the right time?
Yeah,
or
was the right
when
time?
was the right
Or
time
when
you
was the
took
right
off
time?
the condom? Since you can flaunt the ring.
At this point, you hide it. Wow. You hide it, wow, at this one. No, I think it's... I think most of us men have this notion. At some point, you start looking and saying, but sangankari, I do allow you. Sangankari, but then you start, you know what I mean? You become your own doctor. And at that point, a lot of men will yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, a lot of men start thinking, it's okay, let me just go in raw and whatnot.
You know, me, I think, like, when it comes to unprotected sex, we really need to stop. AIDS should be the least of your worries, honestly.
And you see, but then, you see, this is the thing.
Be the least of your worries.
Why should it be the list of our wives?
Bro, the first off, we've already talked about STIs here
Yeah.
when we're talking about the circumcision issue. Bro, I've seen my friend try to get me from home, trying to go raise up a girl he thinks gave him STIs.
So it's just a situation.
It
of
really
avoiding
messes up a man's
arguments.
mind. And then when it comes to STIs, it takes long for a woman to figure out that she has them compared to us guys. You know what I mean? So you need to protect yourself there.
But
then there's, what do you call them? Pregnancies. You know what I mean? You might not be ready. You don't want to bring someone in the world and you can't afford to keep them, because that's terrible for the child.
Yeah.
There's that. You know,
I think men who do that should be arrested.
you know what I mean? Because it's crazy, man. Because me, I would be touched if that was my case. The best start, you start school at 12 years old. You know?
No offense to Saraula, but then, yeah.
It's because of such decisions. Yeah, come up. You are your own doctor. You were just thinking about she cannot have AIDS. You didn't think about what comes the other consequences.
But you see, you're talking about it now because you're thinking of the situation. But when you're in the situation, you don't think
At
about
03, that time, there's no thinking about it. But not like I'd like to just I'd like to just speak about like what you've said. But then I'd like to disagree with you about something.
Okay.
About your opinion on the HIV issue. It's just also my opinion. But then I think HIV is real. HIV is still as dangerous as ever. HIV is still as dangerous as ever, and I think really, in as much as there's ARTs, there's all sorts of medications that have been brought in. The antiretroviral therapies and the antiretroviral drugs, they've all come in. There's PrEP and everything trying to help you minimize your chances of getting the HIV.
The virus.
Yeah, but then the truth is, it still exists. It's still there. It's up to you to do the best you can to avoid getting it.
There's more.
But then there's no corona. There's no sex in corona.
How have you
Yeah, exactly. There's no sex in corona. But then at the end of the day, we gotta look. We just have to look after ourselves. We have to make sure we're taking care. And taking care is not just taking care of yourself. You might not know you have it because, as you have said, HIV is the least of your worries. But then, like, really, people are living with it. People are surviving with it. But then you might not know when you've got it, and you might not know before the time, maybe during the window period, during that grace period, when it's all just developing and it's growing in you. So whoever you are, wherever you are, please don't forget to strap up until you're sure your partner is the right person to start going unprotected with. And also the right time, because also I agree with you totally 200%, not just 100%, 200% about the parenting aspect of it all.
Yeah.
Because you do not want to be a parent who's not ever available for your child. You do not want to be a parent who's a deadbeat when you had the chance to just work on yourself. You could strap up and you can't let 5 minutes ruin the rest of your life because you did not do the right thing at the right time. Unfortunately, we are running out of time. We're about to break off, and then right now I think we just need to just remind you, our listeners, our viewers, these are our opinions. Don't judge us. Don't say nothing wrong. There's something wrong with us. Give us your opinion. We're open for you. We're ready for you. Right now, we'll be breaking off, and we'll catch you in the next episode. My names have been Fred Bezani Mwachande, and before we can go, I just want the gentleman to wrap it up and give us a 2 cents about today's issue. Circumcision and condom use, my brother. When the right time you take it off will be.
Tell them, I already know your opinions.
May you please repeat your question? I was distracted by him.
No, basically what I'm saying is just give us your 2 cents. Give us what you feel about the topics we've discussed today so we can just...
I feel we should all get circumcised and strap up. Yeah, those are my 2 cents.
That's body armor.
Yeah, you got to be protected by all means. And you, my bro?
Honestly, I don't have much to say about the circumcision, but definitely wrap up. Definitely wrap up, trust me.
It doesn't matter what your reason is.
But yeah, definitely wrap up and just take care of yourselves, you know what I mean? Circumcision also has to be like a personal issue that you decide. He failed, he said no, and he stuck to it. And then when it comes to the whole unwrapping up, you really have to have a conversation with your partner and decide, be sure. Just make sure that you make the right decisions. That's it. That's all I got. I'm not good at this.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. In my 2 cents, at least we've got the sense of everybody else who's been with us today. I think personally, most of these things are your personal decision. Your circumcision, do it for your right reasons. The right reasons are there. You've been given all these brochures. The information has been flaunted on TV. Do it for the right reasons. Don't do it for the purposes of lasting longer in bed or the ability not to contract HIV or STIs.
Like that's right.
Do it because you believe in it, not because other people are telling you to believe in it. But then health comes first. Your health matters. It sounds like a ZNBC program. Also, sounding like that TV program. Yeah, but then when it comes to matters of when to take off your Jimmy, when to take off your body armor and whatnot.
Take off your Jimmy.
When it comes to time for going raw, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, you should be ready to take on the repercussions that come with it. You might think you're clever, you might think you're smart, you might never know. So, exactly, you might be your own doctor, your own personal doctor, and then you might find out you're not as good a doctor as you think you are. So you might find yourself in situations that might be unwell or unwilling for your body and for your life. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for coming through and watching us today. We'll catch you in the next episode. This has been For the People. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and also subscribe and like our YouTube channel because we are there for you.
Comment.
And also your comments. We are not getting enough comments. We're getting comments from few people. And don't forget to share. When you're watching this, please share. Have a great day. It's been myself, Fred Bozani Mwachande. We've got Gani who was with us today and also Lyrist. Thank you so much and have a great day.